What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we are going to be talking about the aftermath, the outcomes, and just a breakdown of UFC Fight Night Cannonier versus Imavov. Not a bad show, not a bad show. There was a lot of decisions in the prelims. I think there was only one finish, which unfortunately was to Radke. But yeah, a lot of decisions. So slow start, we'll say slow start. But look, the main card, I'm just saying the main card was pretty good. I enjoyed the main card very much. And yeah, let's dive in. Let's have a look. Let's talk about the winners and the fights and just the whole overall main card and just how good it was. I think it gets a good rating from me. First fight of the night, Punahele Soriano versus Miguel Baeza. I picked Miguel Baeza to win very stupidly. Hindsight son of a bitch, because now you look at it, I look like an absolute fucking moron. But yeah, Punahele Soriano cuts down to welterweight. How well is he? We found out. Punahele Soriano's dominating was wrestling. Punahele's wrestling was dominating. Every round, just takes him down, controls him. Miguel Baeza couldn't do shit. You try and pull a guillotine on takedowns, but mate, you're not Dustin Poirier. You're not getting any of those. I mean, even Dustin Poirier can't get him himself. So, Miguel Baeza will try and defend, but I mean, he couldn't do shit. As soon as Punahele Soriano wanted to go for the takedown, he got the takedown. And then from there, just the whole fight. He just control him, stay on top. Baeza could get up at some points, but then he just get dumped right back down. And Punahele Soriano was just beating him to a pulp, really. He was not necessarily devastating shots, but shots that were big enough to stop the referee from standing them up, which was smart from him, because if he wasn't landing any shots, there's without a shadow of a doubt, the referee would have stood up the fight because there wouldn't have been anything going on. It was literally just Soriano hugging him. But luckily for Soriano, very smart. I liked it, to be fair. That's what kind of made it not boring. Soriano kept it active, kept on applying damage, so the referee wouldn't have to stand it up. Dominant performance from Soriano. Miguel Baeza should really be embarrassed of himself, because at this level in the UFC being at the level it is, if you're getting dominated that badly because your wrestling isn't that good, that's embarrassing. And I'm not saying I'm no wrestling genius. I'm not saying I'm incredible at wrestling. I do love the sport, but I'm not saying I'm incredible at wrestling. But you don't have to be professional. You don't have to be amazing to look at Baeza's performance and think you're good, because you're not. If you can get control like that by Soriano moving down to welterweight, sure, I don't know anything about wrestling, but you are awful if you can't, fucking defend. Just get up. Because Soriano ain't known as some crazy... Fucking hell. Soriano ain't known... That's just my nose. Soriano ain't known as some crazy guy with crazy wrestling. He's good, but he ain't known as some guy with some crazy wrestling. I mean, he got into the UFC with a knockout, so it's not like he's got this reputation of he's really good at wrestling. So if you can get 10-8'd by this guy, I mean, one of the scorecards was 30-25. If that's the scorecard after you lose a fight, I'm just saying, you're pretty shit. Next fight of the night, Zachary Reese versus Julian Marquez. This fight didn't last very long, did it? Beautiful uppercut from Zachary Reese. A couple of kicks to start off the fight, but I mean, when the fight ends in 30 seconds, doesn't matter. Beautiful uppercut from Zachary Reese, setting up with a couple fake shots, a couple light shots to the head, just to get Marquez thinking, and then what, bang! Hits him with the uppercut. Bit of ground and pound to finish him off. Beautiful performance from Zachary Reese. Great comeback from his unfortunate slam knockout to Cody Brundage. You don't want to be getting knocked out by Cody Brundage. How my glasses looking? All good. You don't want to get beaten in any way by Cody Brundage. Beautiful comeback from Zachary Reese. He needed that. He's good. He's good. He's got that power behind him as well. He's good. But I mean, look, there's not really much from that fight to digest, really. It's not much of that fight to, really break down. Just an uppercut, bang. See you later. Hammer fist on the floor. That's it, really. But we talk about his post-fight interview. He had a pretty good post-fight interview. Got the crowd going. It was like, give me a hell yeah. So he got the crowd on his side. Helps him a bit more. Builds him a bit more. I'm not gonna say stardom. It's not like he's a star, but it builds character. It builds character. So that's pretty good. So I'm sure fans are gonna like him. Good performance for Zachary Reese. Couldn't have gone better really for him. No damage. Let's get him in there. June. End of August, early September, let's get him in there again. Maybe, depending on what date. No, I think Namajunas and Barber in July. Yeah, don't get him on that card. But maybe they've just announced, I'll probably do a news video on it. They've just announced Burns versus Brady in September. Maybe put him on that card. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is about breakdown. So let's stay on track, I say. Next fight, Bruno Ferreira versus Dustin Stoltzfus. Again, this round was crazy, brilliant too. It had everything. It had striking and wrestling all in literally 5 minutes. I think the fight was ended with about 10 seconds left, 13 seconds left, something like that. It was a brilliant round to watch. I expected Bruno Ferreira to whoop Stoltzfus, and Stoltzfus held up pretty well. He managed to, obviously chip away at Bruno Ferreira. He managed to get strikes off on his own. He was better on the ground to Bruno Ferreira, which got me a bit worried because at this point, I've predicted Baeza wrong, and I've predicted Zachary Ruiz wrong. So I need this win. And Bruno Ferreira was starting to worry me a bit. Dustin Stoltzfus was winning this fight. He was winning this fight until Ferreira, clobbers him, rocks him with some good shots. Stoltzfus got a chill on him, though. He ate a flush spinning elbow. He's got a chill on him. He ate a good right hand at the start of the round as well. So he's got a chill on him. But didn't hold up the whole fight, though, did it? Gets rocked. And then Bruno Ferreira finishes off with a spinning elbow. Beautiful shot. Brilliant knockout for Bruno Ferreira. Good bounce back as well. Give him anyone. He smashes everyone. Not everyone, but you know what I mean. Bruno Ferreira, he's good. He's not... Actually, I don't know how old he is. I feel like he's 30. So it's not like he can, take his time. Let's get going, mate, because if you watch MMA on Points video on when your prime is... I'm just going to start waffling on now. If you watch MMA on Points video when people's prime is, you start to your prime at 31, you stop being title championship level at 33, and you start getting worse at 35. So Bruno Ferreira's got, in that sense, 5 years to really get going. So let's get going, my man. Next fight on the card, Raul Rosas versus Ricky Turcios. Probably my favourite fight of this start. But my favourite start of this fight was my favourite moment of this fight was at the start. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm tripping over my words, bro. My favourite moment was at the start where Raul Rosas, the referee says, let's go, lads. Raul Rosas lifts up his hand, touch gloves, and Ricky Turcios, he goes, what did he say? He goes, fuck you. He goes, no, fuck you. And he starts heavy. He starts going for Raul Rosas. I'm thinking, oh shit, he's going to knock out Raul Rosas. I wish he does, because, I don't really like both of them. If you watch Ricky Turcios' media day, he literally says, I don't know what it is, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? After every sentence, he goes, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just hate both of them, you know what I'm saying? And I want a bird to be knocked out, you know what I'm saying? Raul Rosas especially, you know what I'm saying? He's got a really weird looking mouth, you know what I'm saying? The way his voice is, you know what I'm saying? It's just really fucking annoying, you know what I'm saying? But equally, I hate Ricky Turcios, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I wanted both of them to lose, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm going to stop doing that now. Raul Rosas eventually, though, gets him down, has control of Ricky Turcios. Ricky Turcios managed to reverse it, almost gets Raul Rosas in a choke, and I'm watching it thinking, go on, Turcios! But unfortunately, Turcios doesn't get the choke, unfortunately. I don't know how with that much of a chin. How it's like, mate, just get it under, like, just get it under. I've got a pretty big chin myself. It's pretty hard not to choke me out. Yeah, I thought Ricky Turcios was going to choke him out. Unfortunately, though, Raul Rosas is good. Raul Rosas obviously gets out of it, finishes the round on top. Second round comes around, it's the same story. Raul Rosas gets controlling on the floor, and then obviously finally gets the submission. And, Bob's your uncle. That's Raul Rosas. Ask for 100k, mate, you're not getting 100k. Calm down. You got 50k. Dominic Reyes didn't somehow. But he got his 50k. Well done. I wish I liked Raul Rosas. I really wish I did like Raul Rosas. But his voice and his fucking mouth pisses me off. Just the way he uses his fucking tongue to speak, like, Dana, 60G, I was just like, fucking hell, mate, just be quiet. I wish he had like a Paul Heyman, like some sort of manager to speak for him. I fucking hate Raul Rosas. I wish I liked him, because it's really cool. A 19-year-old in the UFC who's good, but he's got a voice like that, pisses me off, and it ruins it. So, yeah, Raul Rosas, another win under his belt. I say give him what he wants. Give him a ranked opponent in bantamweight. Give him a ranked opponent, and hopefully he gets knocked out. Next fight, co-main event, Dominic Reyes versus Dustin Jacoby. Again, just a one-rounder. That one round was pretty good. You got two high-level kickboxers in there, so you know it's going to be pretty tasty. Pretty pedestrian, pretty slow to start off with. But then obviously picks up. Dustin Jacoby starts swarming Reyes, trying to go for that finish. Reyes said Dustin landed a shot on him, didn't affect him. He smiled at Dustin, and that's where Dustin got a bit pissed off and started going for him. And that's where Reyes thought, right, well, if you're going to start getting pissed off, mate, we're going to end this night right now. And that's what he did. He landed that beautiful pull. Well, he said pull two, and I think he was in Southport, so that'd be a cross. So landed a beautiful left cross, right on the dome, rocks him. Watching it live, I didn't actually notice. He got rocked. I just thought he just started backing off just so he could get some range or get some space. But then I see Reyes start swarming him back. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, so Reyes wants to now turn the tables. And then, Reyes gets a beautiful finish. You love to see it. I mean, I've only been watching UFC since McGregor-Poirier 3. So obviously I haven't been there to see the Reyes come up. But, I know what it was like. I know how good he was. I mean, people thought he was going to be the guy to beat John Jones, which he did as well. But yeah, I wasn't necessarily part of that time where he was coming up. But I appreciate how, he had a good career up until the John Jones fight. I mean, even then, he beat John Jones. But then after that, obviously, I've been watching the latter part of it where it's just getting sparked out. But yeah, you love to see it, though, because he is a nice guy. Dominic Reyes is a nice guy, so you want to see him win. I thought he was just going to get sparked out, though. I thought his chin was not going to hold up, and I thought he was just going to get sparked out. But look, you love to see it. I'm not going to start being, I'm a Dominic Reyes fan all of a sudden. I'm not going to jump onto that bandwagon. But I appreciate it, and he's a nice guy, so I'm happy for him. Yeah, good win for Reyes. Somehow didn't get 50k, even though he finished the fight quicker than Raul Rosas did. But, it is what it is. Beautiful finish from Dominic Reyes. And then we've got the main event. Now, just before we start the breakdown for the main event, I'm just going to say, it's kind of the best case scenario, really, because we love Jared, but we also need this new wave of talent to come through. If this was to the death, Imavov would have won, right? If this was to death, Imavov would have won. But it obviously it's not, it's just like if you're on a ball speed run, because she doesn't, so she's not. But this is kind of the best case scenario for both. Imavov hasn't lost, but Cannonier didn't get whooped. So we've still got Cannonier. It's not like he's come off like a hobble knockout now, and now he's just going to go on a massive skid, and it's just going to be really depressing into his career, because it was a very early stoppage. But it's not like Imavov's lost, and now the new wave of middleweights aren't legit, and they aren't the shit, because we obviously know that the older wave would have whooped them. So it's good because we've got Imavov who's won, and it's still good because Cannonier didn't really get beat. He got caught, was in trouble, but it was too early for us to see how far we've gone, how much worse of a beating would have got. So it's kind of like lucky for him that he hasn't been, knocked out unconscious. So that'd just be really sad, and Cannonier will probably never win another fight in his career. But yeah, let's start off the breakdown. Grappling wise throughout the fight, Jared was the better grappler. As I said, if it was going to be a clinch battle, Jared was going to win the clinch battle every single day. He's obviously stronger, and as grappling, an American guy versus a French guy in a grappling match, the American's going to win every single day. Jared had control of the clinches, and more times than not, when the clinch was even broken, it was Jared the one who was breaking it. You see people in a clinch and it breaks. You sometimes think it's the guy who's being controlled who broke it. In this case, it was Jared who was the one who was holding on to him. Was like, right, well, I've had enough of this now. Let's get off. Let's try and land some more damage on him at range. So Jared, he was on pressure in the clinch, but also letting go of the clinch. However, like I said after watching the Delize fight, Nazdin can get up from takedown. It's weird. The best place to keep Nazdin is standing up, but just against the cage. If you get him down, you're actually giving him a better shot than if he was against the cage. Against the cage, Nazdin can hold himself well and survive, and even be able to get away, but not that well. He can just not even get away, really. He can just survive. But if you take him down, he's actually more likely to, push away and get up and keep his range and chip away at range. At the end of the day, if you want to out grapple Imavov, don't take him down. Just put him in the clinch. He can't get out of a clinch, but he can get up off his back. It's weird, but he's French, so we love him. Nassourdine Imavov. Striking, though, however, it was pretty equal. It's not like either one of them was convincingly better than the other, so I'm pretty shocked there. I thought Imavov would be just one level above him better than Cannonier, but obviously Cannonier is great boxing, so he did well. Striking wise, as I said, the start was very even for both. Both establishing their jabs well. This is really the first round. Both establishing their jabs well, falling a bit short of their twos and their crosses and their follow-up strikes, but the jabs were landing and they were trying to set up the rest of the combination, but their right hand and the power shots after the jab weren't quite really landing at the start of the round. But you get that. They kind of need to obviously adjust and read their opponent as the rounds go by, then be able to commit to more shots that they know they're going to land. Because you kind of obviously learn off the fly. And then Jared ended up starting pulling ahead, building off the jab, which I thought was pretty good. Fair play to Jared. He's an underrated striker. He is an underrated striker because, Nasruddin is more of a striker, and he managed to outstrike him at some moments in the fight. But the parts where Imavov starts to do much better is when he commanded range. Imavov, he can be a bit too lazy and a bit too counterpunchy. Mate, you're not Adesanya. Imavov's at his best when he's establishing range but pushing forward and being the first one to punch. Because every time Imavov did this in this fight, he always landed, and he always managed to back Jared up and land strikes. Imavov shouldn't play the game of let's stay at range but also sidestep and circle and back away so we can try and counter and stay at range. He needs to keep his range, obviously, but he needs to be the first one to go and be the one to push the pace, because that's when he's going to land the punches. His counter punching isn't as good as his aggressive punching. Let's say his aggressive punching is 9 out of 10. His counter punch is like 7.5, maybe 8 at his best. I know it's a bit ironic because he finished the fight with a counter punch, but if that's what he's going to rely on, it's going to take him until the later rounds, round 4 and 5, to land that punch. Because it's not like he wasn't trying to land that, counter 2 throughout the whole fight. So he does much better when he's pushing the pace. But look, hey, you do what you want to do, mate. What else? Yeah, and then, so obviously then Imavov gets the right hook counter, which fucks up Jared. And then the one thing I do love about Imavov is he is, whether he's gotten rocked, right? Even in the Delize fight you saw it, whether it's gotten rocked or whether it's just as the fight's going on, he stays so calm. Obviously he rocks Cannonier, and then as soon as he sees Cannonier's legs go jelly and the whole crowd goes crazy and the referee's like, oh shit, that's when you naturally think, the fighter's now going to go crazy because everyone else is going crazy. The fighter who's just fucking rocked is going crazy. Surely he's going to go crazy as well. No. Stays calm, picks away, lands accurate shots. He chooses accuracy over volume. He doesn't decide to swarm him with hooks and uppercuts and, just hitting off the arms and hitting off the hands. He stays calm, lands a nice hook that he knows will land on the side of the shell. He lands uppercuts that he knows going to come in through the middle of the shell. He goes for knees that he knows going to land. He stays very calm and lands single shot power punches to finish the fight. It was definitely an early stoppage, but Jared was definitely hurt. But Jason Herzog should not have stopped that because it was a bullshit stoppage. But as a fight, not the most entertaining fight, but it was a good technical fight. So, you got to enjoy it. And it's a top level middleweight fight between number 4 and number 7. So, it's got big implications on it. But yeah, not too bad of a fight. Good technical fight. Not the best fight in the world. Just the fight was just fine. It was just fine. But yeah, anyway, that was my breakdown of UFC Fight Night Cannonier versus Imavov. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll probably be doing a news video because I've got news of Burns versus Brady. Hopefully some more stuff comes out. Just one more or just 2 more bits of news just so I can make a bigger video. I don't want to just make a video of Burns and Brady. But yeah, I'll probably make a news video. If I can, I'll do a matchmaking video as well for the winners of the main card on the fight night just gone. And then a prediction video of Perez versus Tyra. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to watch the videos coming up. Make sure to watch the video of UFC 306, my fantasy matchmaking. Yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.